It's empirical, hard evidence. I want to find the answers.
This island has got to be close to giving up its secrets.
We identified a lab that can take a look not only at our water samples from the perspective of silver, but they can take a look at our water samples from the perspective of gold.
All right.
There you go.
I thought gold wasn't detectable, though, in water.
Apparently it is.
Okay.
And so this is something new. It's a lab in Queens, Ontario, and they specialize in looking at groundwater in exploration for gold mines.
Great.
And so I'm pretty excited.
Rick, I want to look for this gold as soon as possible. We've been looking for gold for 10 years now, and now we hear that maybe we can detect it in the water. Let's see.
Yeah, I think everybody's on board that.
Yeah. So we'll get going on that as soon as possible, and we're just going to need everybody's help.
I think it's astounding that you can test for gold in the water, minute traces. You have to remember, it's parts per billion is what they're measuring, but hopefully there is some evidence that there's gold down in the money pit.
It's a little discolored.
That's it.
Okay. I'm just going to taste this.
No, are you serious? Oh.
Quite mineral rich, but fresh. So, fair bit of iron. Or calcium. That's nothing that would ever hurt you down there.
Moving on.
Okay, yeah. I have some results that have been shared with me that I really felt I had to convey to you as soon as possible. I'm obviously sort of excited by this, and so I hope you are too.
Yeah.
So we sent some samples to Pierre's lab. He analyzed them, and a number of the samples that I sent to him showed gold.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, gold.
The team is about to drill borehole DN 11.5 in the Baby Blob, a borehole that they hope will not only encounter valuables below a depth of 80 feet, but may also be on track to intercept a tunnel believed to run directly below the garden shaft, where water testing has also detected evidence of gold.
Hey, Charles. Hey, Ian.
Hey, Ian, how you doing?
How you doing, Terry?
Not too bad. Good to see you. We're down DN 11.5. We're down 78 to 88 feet. We're getting close.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Whoa. I think I'm going to pull this up. Just broke through something. Hey, guys. So,
What's going on over there?
I was doing my run to 100.
Right.
Right at about 90 feet. Broke through something.
Wow. You got an open space 90 feet below grade?
Right. There's a void down there.
Wow.
You've got to affirm whether or not it is a tunnel. And the only way to learn that is to pull the core.
Exactly.
Time matter.
Get us some core.
Time to find some treasure.
If we were to encounter a tunnel in close proximity to this shaft, or even at the base of this shaft, that's a real aha moment.
Got a big one.
Thank you.
There's some wood, Terry.
Whoa,
We got wood at
lots
the
of wood.
bottom here. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're into something.
I'm just going to squeeze in there and get a wood sample. This sample right here, we don't need much. That sample should be fine. We're just going to send it in the lab really quickly just to see if there's metals in that wood.
We've got the XRF results from DN 11.5.
Oh, good. This definitely appears to be a tunnel, and it sure points towards the garden shaft. And then this specific area is where, you know, we've got a number of the most likely treasure area.
So-called treasure location.
Yeah.
Really?
This will be interesting to see what we see on this.
Over the past 24 hours, the wood sample recovered 1 day ago from borehole DN 11.5, which came from a believed tunnel some 90 feet deep that may be connected to the garden shaft, was dried out and then scanned by Emma using the X-ray fluorescence spectrometer, or XRF, a device that bombards objects with gamma rays, which can detect additional elements or metals that may be found on or within them.
Emma, what are we seeing?
So we are seeing some very small quantities, so I had to do a lot of double checking. So all those are expected materials from our Oak Island. We have a lot of iron, manganese, titanium, calcium, potassium, aluminum. So these are all common things. Those are all what I would expect.
Naturally occurring.
Yeah, very natural.
Yeah.
But we are seeing some quantities of gold.
It shows gold.
Yeah, it's there.
Gold is the outlier.
Gold is yes, it's a very big outlier.
That's remarkable. The gold sampling of the water and now the wood is probably the thing that might carry the day this year. This might be the start of evidence, an evidence trail that's every bit as important as the water sampling has been to date.
Sure.
So we mustn't falter. What we always say is you won't find samples hidden here in the lab. Here's where you come up with the answers.
Yep.
So we'll get you more samples.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All righty?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Hey, Brandon.
Morning, Alex. Rick.
How you
How's it
doing?
going?
Perfect timing. We're just getting started with the probe drill.
Okie doke.
Cool.
I'm hoping for something very substantial in the garden shaft. This is where the treasure hunt actually begins.
You're grabbing soil samples,
Yes, sir.
but the other thing is when you cut through this tight lining, the old tight lining,
I would?
yes, I would like that small piece on every hole.
Yeah.
I just wanted to put it in our XRF because we have detected high gold values in the area.
High gold values.
My thought was wood would act like a sponge if we test the outside of the shaft. We know the water samples are indicating presence of gold. Well, certainly the wood should as well. We need to get busy.
Hello.
Oh, look who's here.
Gang's all here.
The gang's all here. Come on in.
Come on in.
Oh my God, it's a crowd.
Hello, how you doing? Please.
Emma's got some news.
So you guys gave me these.
Right.
This piece right here, because it's small, I could do a map scan of it in the short.
What is that?
That's the garden shaft inner lining, the
Okay.
wood pieces.
Yeah. The original shaft.
Yeah. And from this one, I detected gold.
Wow.
Gold in the wood?
Yeah.
Gold.
Wow, that's wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
In the Money Pit area, archaeometallurgist Emma Culligan has just shared some astonishing news.
Yeah, I confirmed it. I had to make sure, but there's definite gold, yeah.
The wood samples extracted 2 days ago from a depth of 55 feet inside the garden shaft contain high trace evidence of gold.
What degree of accuracy do you believe that to be?
This one's accurate.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys.
And it's adhered to the organic material, the wood.
Yeah. 0.11%. So it's 0.1,
Well, yeah.
but still, that is enough.
This is huge.
Isn't that like a big number?
That's a big number in my books, that's a big number.
It is, because it's a lot of parts per billion.
Girl can find gold, that's a superpower around here.
Yeah, okay.
The results are incredible, fantastic, gobsmacking, to use one of Gary's terms.
That's huge, isn't it? Like, that's a
pretty
lot.
big- that's like significant.
Yeah.
We could be close to the actual treasure. We've got a little bit of time to pull it all together, and we're going to work together to do that. That's where we are right now. I'm hopeful.
We've always said that, science had to be a real component of the search, and now this analysis is incredibly invigorating. Look at the smiles around the table. I mean, everybody's smiling, so it's a great component. And we always said that this shaft would provide a unique opportunity if we were humble enough and smart enough to learn from lost opportunities, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we all owe Emma a round of applause.
Oh, God.
Find gold around here, you get applause.
Well, thank you for bringing the news. We appreciate it.
It's all good news. Search for the truth.
Absolutely. Find us some more.
Yeah, more gold.
The reason why we're here is you ladies made a unique offer that you had brought something to Oak Island, brought something back, which we're always fascinated with. And we're anticipating that greatly. I couldn't sleep last night. I was wondering what it is you're going to bring to the table, literally.
Well, it's my pleasure to show you.
While visiting Oak Island, sisters Joan, Jean, and Joyce McGinnis, the direct descendants of the young man who first discovered the money pit back in 1795, are about to share something incredible with Rick, Marty, and the Oak Island team.
See everyone start leaning in.
Yeah, right, exactly. What do we got here?
I'm sitting there thinking, well, could it be this? Could it be that? Is it a story? Is it an artifact? What is it? It was like Christmas morning.
This is one of the stories we were told as children. Grandpa Daniel, 5 generations ago, he noticed the marks on the tree. And being from a family of carpenters and masons, he recognized the marks as the marks made by a pulley system. And he noticed the depression in the ground. So he and his 2 friends started digging. Now, I've been told they found 3 treasure chests.
Really?
Really. And what is in this box is one of the things that came from that chest.
Really?
The one that McGinnis took.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, I got goosebumps.
Wow. May I?
You may.
Oh my goodness. Well, that is quite extraordinary.
A gold cross found in the original money pit in 1795?
Daniel McGinnis finds this in the money pit. I mean, that's singularly impressive. There's never been a find associated with the money pit. There are other stories, but we're holding this in our hand, and it's been passed down through multi-generationally. I mean, it's incredible when you think about it.
So I got about 1 million questions. Where'd it come from? I mean, who had it? Who gave it to who? Do you know how it passed down through 220 years?
It passed down to the McGinnis men. They passed it down to their sons. And so my father had it, and when my brother James was 15, my father passed it on to him. And my brother, the night before he died, he said, never let this out of your sight.
Wow, that is extraordinary. I mean, have you tried to date it?
I have taken it to several jewelers, and I'm told that it could be as old as 500 years old.
That would definitely fit in any kind of theory if it's 500 or earlier.
If we can demonstrate that that came from Oak Island, that's probably the most, well, it is. It is the most valuable thing to ever turn up out of this island, right? I mean, that might be a huge clue.
I think so.
Right,
I truly believe. My grandma would say, the treasure, don't worry about the treasure will take care of itself. But it will never be found until a McGinnis is back on the island.
Wow. Boy, there's
You're back on the island.
Here we are.
For the Laginas and their partners, the Gold Cross represents what could very well be the first tangible evidence that objects of great value were buried at the money pit. But were the 3 wooden treasure chests all that existed? Or were they placed there to discourage would-be treasure hunters digging?
I just want to say on behalf of all of us that we want to thank you for coming to Oak Island. And for me personally, you know, it's not what you brought, it's the fact that a piece of the storied history of Oak Island has now come back. The McGinnis family, who started all of this. So from our hearts, we're very, very grateful. And it was wonderful to meet you. We appreciate it greatly.
Put it this way, this is energizing and it makes me want to keep going. I mean, we've had a bit of a dry spell here, haven't we?
We have.
So, thank you.
Well, you're very welcome.
Let's go. Let's go forth and conquer.